Most people operate under a silent financial assumption that discipline and responsibility only truly begin once their income hits a certain threshold. We tell ourselves we'll get our finances in order right after the next promotion. This logic often extends to our spiritual lives. We treat generosity and honoring God as luxuries reserved for the wealthy, effectively excusing current habits by labeling them as temporary until we have more. Jesus disrupts this baseline in Luke chapter 16. He notes that the one who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. In this economy, the raw amount of money in your hand is irrelevant to the evaluation of your character. The math of habit is stubborn. If a $20 unit follows an erratic, failing trajectory, that same behavior scaled up 1,000 times results in exponentially greater chaos. It's a psychological impossibility to mismanage $20 and possess the wisdom to manage 20,000. God evaluates your present capacity based strictly on the specific dollars currently in your possession. He isn't waiting for a hypothetical future to see who you are. This works because money functions as a magnifying glass. It is a neutral amplifier of the behaviors and priorities that already exist in your life. Scarcity hides flaws that abundance reveals. Watch how a single drop of ink hitting water rapidly multiplies into a massive, unavoidable volume. Sudden wealth operates the same way, scaling the exact habits you are practicing right now. Poor stewardship of a weekly paycheck serves as a blueprint for how a person will handle a major promotion. The increased complexity of a larger salary only provides a wider stage for the same underlying mistakes. Financial readiness is a state of the heart. Faithfulness must be fully formed in the presence of little before it can be trusted with much. History shows a consistent, unyielding pattern in how God vets those he intends to promote. He utilizes obscure, menial tasks as a primary diagnostic tool for leadership. David's capacity to lead a nation was tested in the isolation of a pasture. If he couldn't faithfully care for a few sheep, he had no business presiding over the kingdom. Joseph's readiness to govern the Egyptian empire was proven through his administrative attention to a literal prison block. He managed a cell long before he managed a nation. Even the disciples were vetted through years of daily, unglamorous obedience, securing boats and managing small supplies, before they were ever trusted with a global movement. Throughout these accounts, the prerequisite for public promotion is always the same: obscure, faithful stewardship of things that seem insignificant. This ancient testing protocol continues today, mapped directly onto your personal finances. Your current bank statement is a continuation of this historical vetting process. A tight budget or an underwhelming paycheck serves the exact same function as David's sheep. It is the specific environment God has chosen to measure your integrity. The tests are simple: paying a minor bill on time, saving a nominal amount every month, and bypassing an impulsive purchase when no one is watching. These mundane financial moments act as divine tests of character. They are the primary indicators of your future capacity. There is a structural logic to this. Small financial decisions reveal if someone has the maturity to handle the friction of larger responsibilities. This diagram illustrates the flow of delegated authority. Faithful management proves the steward understands they are managing another's property. As correct decisions are made, the steward's capacity structurally reinforces itself, preparing them to handle a massive influx of resources from above. Managing small amounts is the specific process that physically and spiritually expands your ability to carry more weight in the future. We often assume the reward for passing these tests is simply a larger bank account. However, when God entrusts much to a proven steward, it frequently manifests as increased ministry opportunities and heightened leadership responsibilities. Mastering the stewardship of a few dollars creates wider, sweeping influence for the kingdom. Financial discipline results in an expanded, trusted capacity to shape and influence the world for God. Everyday financial actions, creating a realistic budget, avoiding debt, saving, and giving, function as aggressive, proactive preparations for future divine assignments. Every dollar spent or saved from a place of scarcity is a physical demonstration of trust. It is an act of worship. Aggressive growth emerges from a tiny origin. Stop waiting for tomorrow's wealth to change your habits. Execute faithful stewardship with today's limited resources. God's power to act through a human steward who has mastered faithfulness with a little is entirely limitless.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.